Hello everyone, this is Manjunath. Welcome back to this session. Today we are going to learn on packages in Java, session 3. Before that, we should understand what is package and the different types of Java application program interface packages. So what is package? Packages are means of defining modules in Java and are used to group logically related classes together. Another important use of package is that they help in avoiding name conflicts. A set of classes that are not hierarchically related but are defined in the same package can share their data members. And methods that are defined using the default access specifiers in order to tell Java to use a particular package in a file, one can use the import statement. That is nothing but import package name semicolon. One can also write package within a package called as subpackage. Say a package subpackage defines within a package main package, then subpack can be imported using the following statements. They are import main pack dot subpack. This is about packages. Two Java application programming interface packages are java.io, java.long. Java contains an extensive library of pre-written classes you can use in your programs. These classes are divided into groups called packages. Various packages includes in Java. They are java.applet. It is used for Java applet packages. Java.awt. It is abstract window toolkit package. Java.io is nothing but Java input and output packages. Java.lang. It is about language package. Java.net is nothing but Java networking packages. And the last one, Java.util. It's nothing but Java utility packages. Now, different types of data types in library classes. Before going into detail, these library classes are an integral part of their respective packages. A Java package is a collection of similar types of built-in classes or called as library classes and sub-packages which provide most of the functionalities that comes with Java. So it is extremely important to learn the art of using them. Some most commonly used classes are the wrapper classes contained in the java.lang package. In this chapter, let us learn how to use these wrapper classes. The first one I am going to discuss is primitive data types. So what is primitive data types? It is predefined by the language and form the basic building blocks of respective data. A primitive data type stores a single value of a specific declared type at a time. For example, a variable defined as int can store an integer at a time. When another value is stored in the variable, the initial value is replaced by the new one. That is primitive data type. Second one is composite data types. A composite data type is a data type which can be constructed in a program using the programming language's primitive data type. In other words, it is a collection of primitive data types. For example, the string data type you use in Java is actually a class which is a collection of char data type. Third one, user-defined data type. The user-defined data type used to perform some specific task is known as user-defined data type. The classes created by the user are user-defined data types. The last one is class as a composite data type. In a class, you can assemble items of different data types to create a composite data type. The class can also be considered as a new data type created by the user that has its own functionalities. The classes allows these user-defined types to be used in the program. So these are the 4 different types of data types used in library classes. Now let us know more about wrapper classes. So what is wrapper classes? It allows you to convert a primitive data type into an object type. Each of Java's 8 primitive data types has a wrapper class dedicated to it. These are known as wrapper classes because they wrap the primitive data type into an object of that class. Thus, there is an integer class that wraps an int variable, a double class that wraps a double variable, and so on. These wrapper classes in Java serve 3 primary purposes. The first one is to store primitive data types as an object, to allow primitive data types to have functionalities like conversion from one type to another. For example, converting a numeric string value to an integer. 8 wrapper classes used to wrap primitive data types in Java are given below. Primitive data types and wrapper classes. So in primitive data types, byte, and in wrapper classes also it is called as byte. Short, int, in wrapper class it is called as integer. Long, it is called as long in wrapper classes. Float, it is float only. Double, it is double. Boolean, it is called boolean in wrapper classes. Char, it is called as character in wrapper classes. Note that the name of primitive data types are all in lower cases, whereas the first letter of the wrapper class are in upper cases. For example, float is a data type where float is a wrapper class. These wrapper classes are defined in the java.lang package, and now we will see the hierarchy of the wrapper classes. So the first thing is object. By using the object, it is inherited into 3 parts. They are number, character, and boolean. So in number, it is divided into 6 types. They are byte, short, integer, long, float, and double. Now let us move on to autoboxing. So autoboxing is the automatic conversion of the primitive data types into their corresponding object wrapper classes. For example, automatic conversion from an int to an integer and from double to a double. So let us take an example. I have shown one example in the screen. So the public class autoboxing. So the class name is autoboxing. Public static void main string arguments is the statement. Method passing int my int is equal to 20. So I have taken a data type as int and the variable name as my int is equal to the value is 20. Integer int, integer my integer is equal to my int. So now my int is nothing but int value is autoboxed into the wrapper class integer. Next one, system.out.println. So whatever I write in the double quotes is a statement. It is going to print on the output screen without any calculation. Primitive data type int value is the value which is been invoked in plus my int. Next one is system.out.println. The wrapper class integer value is plus my integer. So this will also invoke to plus my integer. So what is the output of this program? So primitive data type value is 20 and the wrapper class integer value is also 20. It is been inherited by the value 20 for both the cases. So this is autoboxing. Now let us discuss on auto unboxing. Auto unboxing is the reverse process of autoboxing. That means it is the automatic conversion of a wrapper class object into its corresponding primitive data type. For example, automatic conversion from an integer to an int and from a long to a long. Consider the following statements. Integer my integer is equal to 20. int my int is equal to my integer. Here the object my integer is automatically unboxed into primitive type int when the assignment my int is equal to my integer take place. So let us go to the example of this program. Public class auto unboxing. The class name is auto unboxing. Open the block. Public static void main string arguments. Now integer my integer is equal to 20. So here what happens? Object my integer is automatically unboxed into primitive data type. So primitive data type is integer. It is also called as int. The next one is int my int is equal to my integer. Now by using these two statements, system.out.println, wrapper class integer value is plus my integer. So plus my integer will invoke to this 20 and print the value as 20. And the second one, system.out.println, primitive type int value is a statement printing on the output screen. Now plus my int will invoke again to my integer, then it will take the value as 20. So the output will be wrapper class integer value is 20, primitive type int value is also 20. When auto boxing and auto unboxing, the conversion between primitive types and their correspondent objects occurs automatically. Auto boxing converts primitive type into a wrapper object, and auto unboxing takes place when an object is converted into its corresponding primitive types. So thank you so much for watching, my dear students.